5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
This is the Wild Things Baseball Network postgame show, as well as our Into the Wild podcast highlights for May 28th of 2024. The Wild Things 5, the Evansville Otters 3, as Washington goes to 6-0 on the road this season with a 2-run victory tonight and winning the series opener at Bosse Field. Let's start with the scoring. We have to go back to the top of the first to get it. Andrew Check stepped to the plate with the bases loaded after a base hit by Caleb McNeely on the first pitch of the ball game, a walk to Tommy Caulfield, and a single by Wagner Lagrange in his return to the lineup from the injured list. Andrew Check bounded a ball at first base. David Mendham botched it off the heel of his glove. That would score McNeely and Caulfield to make it 2-0 in favor of Washington. Washington trying to get to him early as Check grounds this one toward the first baseman. It's off the heel of the glove of Mendham and caroms toward the Evansville bullpen. Be picked up by the right fielder House. Everybody's still moving. Throw comes home, and it's way late. McNeely is in to score. So is Tommy Caulfield, and it is 2-0 in favor of Washington. Dario Friggio worked a scoreless bottom of the first inning. In fact, a scoreless first 4 innings for him. 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth inning to get him 5 through 4 shutout innings. Mosley swings and misses at the next 1-2 pitch, and Friggio's got a punch out. He had 9 in that complete game against Evansville the other day here in Washington. Next wind by Friggio's a 1-2 to Mendham, and he got him. Called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Washington added support while he was doing that. In the top of the third, a leadoff double by Andrew Check. He would go to third base on a ground ball by Tyreek Reed. And then Andrew Check would score on J.C. Santini's RBI single a couple batters later that made it a 3-0 Washington lead. First to Santini, line toward right. Over is the right fielder, a little bit to his right, but he can't make the catch. It's down for a base hit. Santini aboard as Check comes home. It is a 3-0 game in favor of Washington as Santini comes up with an RBI knock, his 5th run batted into the year. After that, the Wild Things scored in the top of the 4th inning. A leadoff single by Carson Clowers, one of his 3 hits tonight. He would go to second on a ground ball to second by Caleb McNeely, go to third on a ground ball to second by Tommy Caulfield, and Wagner Lagrange poked him home. An RBI single made it 4-0 in favor of the Wild Things as Lagrange picked up his 2nd run batted in of the 2024 campaign. 1-2. Lined out softly to center. Coming on as a center fielder, Mosley. Not going to get to it. It's an RBI single for Lagrange, and it is 4-0 Washington. So after Friggio can finish those 4 innings of shutout ball, Washington added a run in the top of the 5th inning. A leadoff walk to Quincy Lattimore. He'd steal second base, and then J.C. Santini went back to the plate and delivered a run-scoring single, the same as he did in the 3rd, to make it 5-0 Washington. Next 1-1 is rolled toward the middle. Gets through. Lattimore will be waved around 3rd. There will not be a throw home. J.C. Santini has a multi-RBI night. It is 5-0 in favor of Washington with nobody out in the 5th. Evansville scored at 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning against Dario Friggio with a 2-run homer by Austin Boast. Friggio would finish the day with 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 6 strikeouts, a walk, and 79 pitches, 61 for strikes for Friggio, who goes to 2-1 with the victory today. For the Evansville Otters, the other run would come in the 7th inning against Justin Goosen Brown after Frankie Giuliano did some fine work on the mound. We'll show you some highlights of him in just a moment. An inning and a third from Giuliano, 3 strikeouts. Next pitch, a 1-2. Frisbee, swing and a miss. Giuliano gets David Mendham for the first out of the inning. Rio in the 8th and Kyungju Kim in the 9th. Swing and a miss. Nasty Frisbee. Giuliano's playing ultimate frisbee out there. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. Slider called, strike 3. And after Giuliano's night was done, Justin Goosen Brown was tagged for a homer by Randy Bednar. Talk about that scoring play that made it a 5-3 game, and that is our final tonight. Alex Carrillo pitched the 8th inning scoreless. Scoreboard in the last 3 trips. Reyes swings and misses, strike 3. Carrillo strikes out 2 in a scoreless 8th. And Kyungju Kim, a perfect 9th inning with a pair of strikeouts. He's got 14 punch-outs on the year now, and he collects his 5th save of the young 2024 campaign and his professional career. Another 2-2 to Felix. Kim gets a swing and a miss, ball game. The Wild Things take the series opener 5-3 as Kim collects his 5th save, and all of Washington universally hops. Kim threw 14 pitches, 8 for strikes to do so, earns the win for Frigio 2-1. The loser is Zach Smith. He falls to 0-3. 4 2/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 5 walks for the Evansville starter today. So the winner, Frigio 2-1. The loser, Smith 0-3. The save, Kim, his 5th. The final line totals for the Wild Things: 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 14 left on base. It certainly did not seem like that, but apparently they did. For Evansville, 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on base. Time of the game tonight in Evansville is 2 hours and 52 minutes, and it was played in front of an announced attendance of 771 at Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana. The Otters fall to 5-11. The Washington Wild Things are 10-5 to open the 2024 season. They are the 3rd team in the Frontier League to 10 wins and have rematched Schaumburg in first place in the West Division with the victory today. That is a tie for the Wild Things and the Schaumburg Boomers at 10-5. We must cut back now to Wild Things Park. As you watch Penn Trafford and Bethel Park, we will finish the broadcast by telling you that the Wild Things and Otters will play again tomorrow at 7:35 Eastern Time. Pre-game airtime 7:20 Eastern Time. Here from Wild Things Park as the WPIL Baseball Championships continue at the ballpark while Washington is doing its thing on the road. 6-0 to start the 2024 road schedule, and the Wild Things back in a tie for first place entering the middle game tomorrow. Kobe Foster will oppose Braden Scott, the pitching matchup tomorrow at Bosse Field. For all of us at the Washington Wild Things, we appreciate you tuning in. The final score once again tonight was Washington 5 and Evansville 3, and you saw it. That's a new word. I kind of like it. Saw it or heard it or sirred it on the Wild Things Baseball Network. Good night.